of the museum.
All right. Peace and love, family. I'm standing here with Mr. Ray. He is a curator for the Hubert V. Simmons Museum of the Negro Baseball Leagues. We're here at the Historical Village in Towson. And matter of fact, this is our 27th annual festival here at the Baltimore County Cultural Arts Festival. So without further ado, Mr. Ray, please tell us about your display and how long you've been participating in the festival.
Yes, first of all, I am very highly honored to be a part of the festival. Thanks to Louis Biggs and of course housekeeper Agent Jones here, along with other people who invited me here. I've been coming here for quite some time. I'm not exactly sure the amount of years, but I've been coming here quite some time. Our museum, the Hubert V. Simmons Museum of Negro League Baseball, is at 10302 Grand Central Avenue inside of the Baltimore Owings Mills Public Library on the first 3 floors of Negro League artifacts. And now on the 5th floor, there's an exhibit of an Israelite team, partially Jewish, some of those players. And that's on the 5th floor, and the public can go see that. We have not had an official opening for the public, but you can go on in at your own will.
Beautiful.
I'm going to start about, give an idea about Mr. Simmons, who our museum is named after, played for the Baltimore Eli Giants. And he played in the 50s. He won in 52. The museum is named after him. As I pan down on the table, you see a lot of artifacts of prior ball players who played in the Negro League. For example, there's a gentleman by the name of Mr. Joe Black. Joe Black played for the Baltimore Eli Giants, and Joe Black was the vice president of the Greyhound Bus Company as well. So these guys did a lot more than just play baseball. In addition, you've heard of the first black country western singer, Charlie Pride. But guess what? Charlie Pride also played baseball in the Negro League.
Wow.
And he played it well. The second time his arm got messed up with his rotator cuff, he had no choice but to stop playing baseball. And he continued to sing country western, and as you know, he went to start. He took him to start. So do some research on Charlie Pride when you have time. And as I move along the road here, there are 3 African-American females who also played in the Negro League. This just happens to be one of them right here. This is Mamie Peanut Johnson. She was a pitcher in the late 50s. Along with her is a young lady who pitched in a Little League World Series. She was 13 years old, Monet Davis.
Wow.
So when Mamie found out about Monet Davis, and it almost reminded her of herself
when she was,
and she took her under her wing and kind of guided her in the right steps.
Beautiful.
Remember that name, Monet Davis.
Monet Davis.
And in the background, this team here, there are 2 teams, Kansas City Monarchs, as well as the Hilldales team. That was the first black-colored World Series in 1924. It took place in Kansas City, Missouri. And panning on down, this is a special trip that I'll never forget. We had an opportunity to meet President Obama at the White House. There were 9 Negro League ball players. Yours truly was amongst the guys who went to visit the president.
Beautiful.
And not only did I go, Miss Geraldine Day, the widow of Leon Day. As a matter of fact, Miss Geraldine Day is the one who got me into this in 1996.
Beautiful.
Mr. Day died in 1995, and I knew nothing about the Negro League until I met Miss Geraldine Day, the widow, and she made a phenomenal speech amongst 45,000 people up in Cooperstown. And Hank Aaron, everybody knows the home run king at that time who surpassed Babe Ruth. Hank Aaron came out of the Negro League. Willie Mays came out of the Negro League.
Now that's a name I heard of, yes, Willie Mays. Yes.
And also, Ernie Banks came out of the Negro League. Roy Campanella came out of the Negro League. So what am I saying? I'm saying that when these guys left the Negro League and went into the Major League, that was good. And it was also bad at the same time because it started the decline of the Negro League baseball.
Yes, and that's what you and I were talking about off camera. We were talking about that earlier, right. How once people started getting into the major leagues, yes, then they, that was the decline of our leagues. And that's kind of sad because I looked at this picture right here, yes, on your display.
Yes.
and it is a picture of all of the Negro League baseball players, managers, and owners.
Yes.
And if we were to take a picture today of the owners of the National Baseball League, how many black people would we see on as managers and owners and executives in that photo?
Well, you would see a few more than it was back in the day, because there were not any back in the day until Ted Williams. Ted Williams, the king of swing, I used to call him.
Okay.
And he had the best eye and hand coordination. When Ted Williams retired at the podium, he said he wanted to see, it's got to be a time where African Americans would be coaching third base and also managing. So to me, that was the beginning of getting our people to be in the position they should have been in for a long, long time.
For a long time.
Long time.
Absolutely.
And as I move down a little bit more, this is something that I'm very regretful that people here in the state of Maryland, Baltimore City, they don't know about what took place. The second Saturday in the month of May just happens to be Negro League Day in the state of Maryland.
Didn't know that.
The bill was passed on May the 7th, 2009. My daughter, Tanya Thomas, we contacted former Delegate Melvin Stooks to see if we can get one day out of a year dedicated to the Negro League. Melvin got in touch with the other delegates, Senator Vernon Jones and some other folks. We all had to go down to Annapolis and testify. It's Geraldine Day, the widows of the players, myself, family members. We went down there. Former Governor O'Malley called us down here and signed the bill. House Bill number 84, Senate Bill 248.
Wow.
Again, which means the second Saturday in the month of May is Negro League Day in the state of Maryland.
Beautiful.
And we're guilty for not letting you guys know this, but prayerfully next year, the second Saturday in May, I'm hoping that the Orioles are home, the Bay Sox are home, the Ironbirds are home, and we can celebrate massively throughout the state of Maryland.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Ray, for all of your hard work and dedication to keeping this legacy alive. Thank you so much.
And I gotta say one more, my energy is from the man upstairs, filtered through Mr. Louis Diggs,
Ashe.
who is my mentor.
Ashe.
You may not realize that, but he is.
Ashe. Living legend right here.
Yes,
Mr.
he
Louis
is.
Diggs.
Yes.
Mr. Louis Diggs, living legend.